guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Diana. I know that you can't see my face in this one though, and I'm sorry. I just wanted to upload this because it's the only thing that I had edited. I've just been so busy with work and everything, but this isn't an update, so if you guys do want to see an update video, just let me know because I am starting a new job for this season and I won't be uploading as much as I have been. So I am sorry for failing at Vlogtober, but I mean, I did get up more videos than usual, and I am going to be still consistent, so don't worry about it. I know this 1 week I haven't uploaded, but again, I was sick, work, etc., but we can talk about that in another video. In this one, I am going to be doing a speed build for you guys. So for the few of you that do like Sims 4, like maybe 10 or 15 of you, then I wanted to show you guys me making the apartment for Friends. Now, if you guys know me, I am absolutely obsessed with Friends. I've honestly maybe seen the series like 10 or more times, sometimes in a row. Absolutely no shame. I have a Friends trivia game that I play on the reg, and I'm really freaking good at it. So you can ask me anything. I always like reference Friends. We all know this. We know this. But anyway, I decided to put all of the characters into one building because, as we know, Phoebe and Ross don't live in the same building as everyone else. So I was thinking, you know, why not just add them the same? If you did want to play all 6 characters, why put them in separate buildings, especially if you don't have the, what is it called? City Life game pack or expansion pack. If you don't have that, then you know this will be great too, because a lot of people either make the apartment in the actual apartment and you can't place the lot somewhere else, or I don't know, but I decided to put all of them in one. So that's Central Perk is going to be on the first floor, as well as a laundromat, which was featured in one of the episodes, if y'all know. And then on the second floor is actually going to be Ross and Phoebe's apartment. A lot of people would think that they would put Monica, Chandler, Joey, and Rachel there, but if y'all know, Monica actually lives on the second floor because that old man lives below her. I think it's like Mr. Wiggles, Mr. Giggles. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna like facepalm my head right now that I do not know that, but I'll write it on the screen. He lives below them, so they're not really on the second floor, and they also have a balcony, so I wanted them to be on the top floor. But I'm very, very pleased with this. I hope you guys love it. It literally took me 12 hours in the span of 4 days. I took 3 hours each day while I was sick, and I just worked on this because if you guys didn't know, I actually did a How I Met Your Mother building, and McLaren's, that's what it's called. I did both of that, their apartment and the McLaren's down below, and again, I think I did a very good job. I'll card it here or I'll link it down below. And so I was like, you know, I want to do that, but I think it's going to be way too hard, and I don't really know if people are interested in my Sims videos because they don't get as viewed as much, as well as what other ones? Oh, my plant ones too. People don't really like plants or Sims apparently, and it's like my favorite things. But so I decided not to do it, and then a couple of days ago, actually no, now it'd be a few weeks ago, maybe. Time does not really go well in my mind. I don't really know what time it is or what is happening, but somebody somewhere sometime ago asked me to do this, and I was like, oh my gosh, someone's actually interested. So since they asked and took the time to watch my other one, I thought, why not do it? So again, I'm very, very pleased with this. My Central Perk, in my opinion, looks so great. I want it to be as cluttered as possible, and I also put in some other stuff like cups and mugs. You know what, actually, when I moved in The Sims, or my friends, like characters, into this building to take videos and take pictures of everything while they're doing it, I think I made Monica like clean a lot, so she might have picked up all the mugs. But there are some cheats that you can do, like a show hidden objects, I think is what it's called, where you can find like the coffee mugs and even to-go cups if you have certain game packs, and you can clutter everything with mugs and stuff. Just remember that if you turn it into a cafe, or if you have like a neat freak as a sim like Monica, then they will clean it all up. So in the end of the day, it's really a waste of time, but you'll see me do it all here. Like, as you see on their infamous couch, I added a reserved sign because that is in some of the episodes. And then where I put where we would be as the viewer, like where the camera is, I just decided to put another couch because I was thinking, like, dude, I bet you anything there's so many other friends that go to the same coffee shop. Like, what a great, like what is that called? Spin-off of Friends would that be? Would it just be focused on another couch in Central Perk? Like, I think that would be an awesome series. If anyone steals that, you know I started it. But so I wanted to put about 4 different couches, which I did, and then I also did like watch almost every episode again, or the few that I could where I could see Central Perk, and I just tried to design everything. I googled images of what Central Perk looked on the outside, and there's like this AC box that's on top of a window, and there's a bike rack. So I wanted to just try to make it as detailed as possible. And as you see soon, I actually move this whole lot completely into a separate lot. And I know some people don't have city life or whatever it's called, but I did put it in one of these lots. I think it's a 30 by 40 lot where the museum was. You'll see where I put it in soon because I just couldn't do it. Oh, as you see here, this is like some bottles I added that are a part of the clutter, and I just wanted to make it look like an authentic coffee shop. And I also wanted to do the outside as well because there are some scenes where like Ross is outside eating some ice cream, which, by the way, he doesn't even eat ice cream. Like, he says it that he doesn't like ice cream, so we can talk about that later. If you all want me to talk about all the theories about Friends too, then I got you. But I just, again, wanted to make everything authentic. I even curved the side of the sidewalk. Like, come on, look at how freaking detailed this is. I added a newsstand, which I'm going to be fixing up here and there because right now, you know, this is just me laying everything out. It's not final. I end up like widening the streets. I add some drainage holes and stuff, but I did want to add some things that I would think would be like on the side of a New York street. So I put like some flower stands and some food stands and everything. I put where someone could play the guitar even. I put the yellow taxi because there's always a taxi there. And this part was really stressed out for me, so I'm sorry if it's a little bit dizzying, or however you would say that word, if it makes you dizzy. But the color of the building and all of that just really, really annoyed me. So I end up, you know, working it out. But I did make it look like it's 2 separate buildings because I wanted to add something else on the bottom, and I think I did a pretty good job. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to toot my own horn, but a toot toot. And so now, as you can see, I'm starting to work on the rest of the building because, I mean, it looks pretty furnished, right? And so it kind of gets a little bit difficult because since I made everything the way that Central Perk is, I need to build everything around that. And I did make some filler walls. So there will be some little tiny rooms that have nothing inside it, and it's just basically like empty space. But they are very small, and I tried to keep it at a minimum because I wanted it to just be very, very authentic. And for the second floor too, you'll see I switched so much around. Like, there was a hallway going one way, and then I did it the other way. But I did start on the 3rd floor first, which is Monica and Rachel's apartment. I did it in that era when Joey and Chandler were still roommates. So, you know, I don't know. I just like that time period the most. And as you can see, this is very difficult. I am going to be moving things back and forth. And as I do that, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I could add this here, add that there. And I'm very, very scattered when I do Sims videos or speed builds. I mean, any type of builds. I'm very scattered, but that's just how I do it, you know? I don't know. Ooh, as you can see, I also added one of those like mic stands there and a guitar for when Phoebe wants to play Smelly Cat. And then I added some more tables, and I do end up making one of those empty spaces into a room. I think I just made it into like a employee room where they can like put some of their stuff. Like, I fill it with lockers, as you see here, and a table. So I don't know if it's easily accessible because, I mean, the door is like kind of crowded. I don't really remember how I do it, but most of the stuff that I am doing here, I am going to change just a little bit. But I did want to make Monica's little outdoor patio, or what is that called? Balcony, where she screams like, I'm engaged, I'm engaged. I didn't put a door where I could where anyone could walk outside, because I wanted to make it look like a window, because as you guys know, in Friends, it is a window that they kind of walk out of, not an actual door, but you can easily change it into a door if you did want to make the balcony accessible to your Sims. And as you see, now I'm trying to furnish Monica's apartment, and I love it so much with the whole blue paint or wallpaper, whichever it is that was in the actual show. And I do a lot of different stuff here, so again, I'm sorry if everything confuses you. You can slow it all down if you want to, but there are some parts that were just a little bit frustrating, and I had to move everything back and forth. But in the end, it all was worth it. I'm so happy, and I felt like they had just had the perfect blue for her countertops in her kitchen, and I think I cut it out by accident here, but I just easily made it connected by adding another what is that called? Cabinet thing? Using the BB objects, and then I just kind of built again a empty space with a wall so I can hide the other side of the counter. There's the word, counter, because it was kind of going through the wall. If you can see kind of right there. In a way, it's on the side of the kitchen, but also in the actual show, that's how it is built. There is a little indent on the side where they hang their coats and everything. And then there wasn't a big enough TV that was like the Friends one, so I just made it bigger by pressing the bracket. There's so many different keys that you can use, if you didn't know, where you can make things bigger or smaller. We wish life was like that, don't we? No, I'm just kidding. But I can't believe I didn't even change lots yet. I thought I already did, because when I moved to Joey and Chandler's apartment, there's just not enough room for anything. So I definitely had to move it to a separate lot so I could widen their apartment a little bit more, because Monica and Rachel's apartment is just so freaking huge. Come on, like this video or comment down below if you wish you could live in their apartment. It's just so freaking amazing. I love it. And then again, there are some places that we don't see. So on the other side of the wall where the audience is, I just added a mirror. I added a floral bouquet maker, or whatever you call it. I don't even know what these terms are. I am the worst YouTube simmer ever, but I swear I'm really good at making things, as you can see. This looks really good, doesn't it? Come on now. I would freaking live here if I could. And then I tried to just keep it as similar as I could. So anywhere where I found wall sconces or wall lamps, then I put that. Here, the bedrooms were, again, a little bit difficult because I had to kind of add these walls and add these layers, and it was just very annoying. So I wanted to add a closet there, because I remember when they were looking through that closet, they found their grandma's stuff. And then this one was supposed to be Rachel's room, but I did design it the way Monica did when she had her guest room and Rachel was staying there. Rachel and Phoebe were both staying there, further on in the seasons, just because that's when we get a better look of what the room actually looks like. And then of course the round table with the different chairs, and then there's a computer desk, and now I'm just adding more clutter. And initially I was thinking about making these all separate videos, showing you how to do Phoebe's apartment, showing you how to do Ross's apartment, showing you how to do etc as a place, but I decided just to put it all in one video. I mean, I don't know. I did a poll actually, and you guys voted for one video, but I personally did want to do it as separate videos, but it's okay. And I really do like that shelf, don't you? Because if you remember the episode with Brad Pitt, he was leaning on that wall thing, and so I wanted to add some flowers to it. I wanted to add some shelvings to it, and that's it. Oh my god, I finished it. And as you can see, this is way too small for a 2-bedroom apartment. So here I'm trying to move everything and make it fit. And then also that little window right there that's in Monica's kitchen, it was so difficult to do, which is fine though, because there's like these whole like articles about how weird Monica's window is anyway. So if anything was gonna give me some trouble, I'm happy that did. But as you see here, I did change the lot now into the other part of the city, and it was just so much better because I could do the other side of the sidewalk, and then I could add more things, an entrance here or there. Because I know that in one episode, again, as you can see, I'm just like naming all these things. In one episode, Joey said that he was like 100 feet away from, or 100 steps away from Central Perk, right? And so I wanted to keep them as close as possible. But I was like, well, you know, there's a theory that they actually aren't in the same building as Central Perk. So I don't know. Because if you look at in the end of the day, this building isn't real anyway. Like, it's a lot. So I guess in the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But if it were to be a real building, like, I think I got it dead on. And I remember them going to a laundromat again, Ross and Rachel. So I decided to add that. And that's what's actually below what will be Phoebe's apartment. Because Phoebe's apartment is right below Joey and Chandler's. But here, I added the teddy bear because if you guys remember, Joey has his little penguin there, but there are no penguins, so I just decided to add a teddy bear. I added a dartboard because that's how they have their house. Like, I tried to do it as exact as possible. The bedrooms, of course, again, are not exact, but there were some episodes where Janice and Chandler were in bed together, and it looked like he had these bookshelves around his bed, Chandler, you know? So I decided to like reenact that in a way, and I thought it looked so cool. Like, I actually want to maybe do that for one of my other Sims. And then just trying to add posters everywhere. I didn't want to make it as cluttered as Monica and Rachel's because it isn't as cluttered as Monica and Rachel's. And of course, as you see, you won't be able to use the microwave, but that's just where it was positioned, you know, and some of these things may not be usable, so if it isn't, I'm so sorry, but make sure again to always put on BB objects on. It's a cheat because there are some stuff that I lifted on the up the ground, and if you don't use that, I think sometimes it like resets and then everything will be on the floor and you can't find it. So just make sure that's on just to be safe. But again, just adding clutter. I wanted to add some like business shirts in Chandler's and then some like boy stuff in Joey's. It's so funny. But here is where I start to do everything else, right? I thought, I don't know. I guess I'm just working more on the outside. But I think soon I either start to do Ross's apartment or just like the shape of it. You know, and this is where I also start making it look like different buildings. So one of it is like a brick color and the other is a gray brick color. And then I also wanted to add these outdoor stairs, like the fire escape with some trash cans, because again, my nerd ass knows that one episode Joey and Ross were trying to go down the fire escape, and it was just really funny. So I thought that would be nice to put that right in front next to the trash cans. And then I made like a little island right there where someone can sell some stuff. Again, I added the taxi. And then I keep just adding a little bit more trinkets here and there. So I will be going back and forth. Ooh, and then I did do a lobby for the building and decided to do kind of like a mail room. So I'm not too sure if this will be able to be used because I wasn't able to add the actual mailboxes in the building. I had to add them first and then build around it. So that's like a little trick if you guys don't know how to do that. And then I also added a door on the other side. So if there is a mailman, you know, he can go in there and just add it. So cross my fingers, I hope it works. But I just thought it would be a really cool addition to have like a lobby and a mail room. And then I also up here, this is how I make my buildings look different. I make one of them look taller than the other, as you can see. So it helps a little bit. It looks like the building in the back is a little bit taller than the front. And then I spaced these out a little bit more just so it wasn't too crowded. I maybe could have added one more to make it look crowded, but I just didn't want to. But over here, again, I wanted to do this stairway. And it was a little confusing at first because for Ross's apartment, I cut this whole part out because it just took way too long. For Ross's apartment, at first, he didn't have his window, where he was looking out and he saw Monica and Monica and Chandler making out for the first time. So I had to flip the whole thing after I made his whole entire apartment. I had to delete everything and then flip the whole thing just so he could have a freaking window, because I didn't want to have a window going into the hallway, and it was just really difficult. So it ended up working in the end. Thank Jeebus. The hallway is a little bit different, but see, this is Ross's apartment, and I think I did a really good job, friends. Again, like I said, we don't really know about his bathroom, or we know some parts of his kitchen, but not really his dining area. So I just did the best that I could, used my brain, and tried to make it as accessible as possible if you guys wanted to play it yourselves. But there is a lot of seating in every single apartment, because damn, do these decorators like to use chairs. But then again, we don't really know his bedroom. So I just added what I wanted. And then I didn't really know how Emma would fit into this, the little baby that they created. I didn't know if his apartment was a 2-bedroom. It might have said when he was buying it, but I didn't look that deep into it, and I don't know every single detail of Friends, even though I do know a lot. But his kitchen was really hard to make too, because I still wanted there to be a pretty decent hallway. And space for people to walk and stuff. So his kitchen does end up being a little narrow, but it works out, I think, because I remember it being weird. His kitchen looked strange to me. But I did want everything to be deeper red, burgundy, for his place, but I did add a few fossils everywhere, so you guys can get a kick out of that. And then here is Phoebe's place. Most of the stuff that we know about Phoebe's place is from the Pottery Barn episode, or when she's with Mike and stuff. So I did play off of those episodes mainly. So it might have changed here and there. Again, the bedroom, we really don't know much, except that it has a skylight after Rachel moves out. But I did add one of those big paintings too, because if you guys know, she made that scary painting. Oh my God, was it named Gladys? I think it was. But she made that scary painting, or it wasn't even a painting, it was a freaking doll coming out of a frame, but I did want to add that. So there are some fun trinkets in her place, a little bit different stuff. But I did not want to spend too much time on either of their apartments, because the main focus was Central Perk and Monica and Joey's apartment. But here is a laundromat. It's not based off the one in the show. I just wanted to do one from my own memory, or from my own ideas. And I thought it worked out, because in their actual apartments, they don't have washer and dryer. So I thought it would be interesting to just go down below and do all that jazz. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Here are some scenes of it in the end. And again, please like this video, subscribe to me, and comment down below what you think about Friends. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Oh, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place, because I didn't expect the video to end this soon. I thought I had 5 more minutes, so I'm just talking now. And yeah, I'm gonna stop so you guys can leave. But have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.